He's sleeping. He does not want to be involved. He's very annoyed. Oh my goodness, bear with me. We're trying new things. Hi there, welcome friends. This is Jess, Spring Hill Stitches. Trying many things, completely new things. But I wanted to pop in here, a quick stream. That was Guillermo, my pug there. Uh, the man behind the snores, and also under my feet, my little stitching buddy. But I wanted to come in with a couple of quick updates. I've been a little bit of a stitching fiend, not so much posting, um, and doing other activities. But I wanted to come in, show what I've been doing, again, see how you guys have been doing, and talk about coming up what's next week. I'm going to be going to Stitchcon. I'm going to try to fix this camera. So I'm again, whoa, come with me on the journey, folks. Sorry if that just made everyone sick. They're like, okay, thanks, Jess. Well, thanks for giving me motion sickness today. Um, I have this set up. A friend of mine who does Twitch streaming, SirChadlyOC, was talking to me. He was doing some game cleaning streaming where he was taking apart vintage games, showing you how to properly clean them. And I was tuning in, watching in. It was, great cozy activity. He's doing a cozy activity. I'm stitching. I'm doing a cozy activity. And he was telling me how he sets up his streams, and he uses camos, and he just uses his phone to record as a webcam. So I said, well, I'll try that. And then I'm using a headset with a microphone to hopefully help with the sound. And I got a little bit of wider lens so you can see a little bit more of the chaos of my office closet, secondary room, closet, guest room, mostly just where the dog sleeps. That was the stitching chair that I bought for myself. I never sit in it. I think I've sat in it maybe 2 or 3 times during the last couple months to actually sit up and stitch with my side table, and I get strange looks going, "What are you doing in my chair?" And I'm like, "No, no, no, this is my chair. I purchased this to sit in it." Um, that's not happening. But I hope you've been having a good time as we go through spring, catching into the start of summer. It's not officially summer, but feels like summer here. Definitely the humidity has kicked in. I made the very stupid mistake. Recently, I went to go buy a second hose for the backyard because I just lazy to fill up water cans from the front hose. I still buy another hose from the backyard, and I bought it and I set it up. And I finished all my gardening and put my plants in, and then I looked up in the sky and said, "Oh look, I don't need to water my plants. They're gonna get rain." And then I checked my weather app, and it rained for a week, and we've kind of been having that off and on where I'm like, well, check and see if it rains, and if it rains, I won't water the plants, or maybe it'll rain this evening. So I think I've used my new hose maybe 2 or 3 times since I purchased it. So that was nature punishing me for my consumerism. So I get it, I understand. But that's what I've been dealing with. I've had some other fun stuff happening. I got older. That's okay. When went out, we celebrated our birthdays together with some karaoke, which was a blast. I was anxious, um, but I had a great time with my friends doing some karaoke, and we also finished up our charity stream, Memorial Madness. Um, over at the Fourscore 7 Pongs gaming community. We raised over $8,000 this year for Feeding America, which is wonderful. Always a great time. I always like hosting and helping those guys out. And it's just what we can do as a small group of people to help out a charity that helps impact so many of our friends and neighbors. So you might have seen me post a little bit about that as well. But, we did that. And once I kind of got over getting the stream done with my friends and getting the end done, it's like, okay, now I got to focus. because I gotta get ready for Stitchcon, which I've been seeing you guys all weekend A. It looks like a blast. It's I'm kind of like, oh man, I wish I was there. It's like, chill out, gal. You'll be there next week. But it's like, I want to be there now. I'm staring there at my phone doing work. Not my phone. My phone's right there, but pretend my phone. I'm like, there now. I don't want to be at work. I want to be at StitchCon. So I've also been madly stitching along and then also getting ready for StitchCon. I don't know if I'm gonna ring the bell at StitchCon this year. That was my goal last year because I was like, I want to go there. I want to have a finish. I want to ring a bell because I had done the Witchy Stitcher retreat earlier in June and saw everyone ringing the bell, and I'm like, I want to ring that bell. But I don't think I am, because I've had a lot of finishes, and I'll show you them right now. So this one is like hot off the presses, like just a couple hours ago, and oh man, you've seen this before, and now coming in for one last final showing. Framed, it is Sillies, and she is done, baby. I'll make sure I don't smash it up against the mic. So the pattern is Teresa Kogurt's Silhouettes, and if I mentioned before, it's supposed to be done per their model's design on 40 count, 1/1. I did not listen to those instructions, and I went 2/1, and you will be using a lot more floss and making it a lot bigger than it's supposed to be. But I like it. I have a hard time imagining how this would be really small. Like, not just the fact that my already weak eyes would be even weaker, but like this just seems to me that it should just be really, really bold. And gosh, we picked a very bold color. Now, as you've also heard me say this before, as I've been working on it, me and my mom found this pattern and decided to start it together. We found this during when we were doing a tour to stitch back in 2023, or maybe, yeah, I think we found the pattern while we were doing it in 2023. There's my little row of cats there. Lots of cats in this one. Lots of cats. I think oh man, there's a lot of cats in this one. Lots of sewing, lots of cats for good lucks in here, but also plenty of owls, which I love owls, and some fun pumpkins, and lots of witches. Those were these big blocks of color, which also became my problem as I goofed up some of them and had to frog a whole thing. But we started this one at a retreat together, or yeah, I believe so. In 2020, I had to go back and look. I believe it was around March 2024. That's how long this thing has been coming here. Now, my mother who is watching this probably, and has seen that it's finished, is she's going to do the Luke Skywalker, because she's finished this a long time ago. So she's like, "Oh, you finished it now? You caught up?" Um, but she's retired, so she has time to do all of this. But I finally have finished it. I got a little bit close to the edge, but not too crazy. There is a bit of creative counting in this corner and a little bit over here, because this gal right here, this creepy gal right in the middle, she was the one that I had to frog the of. But yeah, and it is two colors, swamp water and avocado. And man, did I have to buy, not only did my mom come to my rescue and grab a bunch of extra things of swamp water for me, but then I ordered some extra from Lindy Stitches when I placed an order. And then a couple months ago, I said, throw in a couple extra skeins from 123 Stitch. I think I'm going to need them. And then I had to frog the witch, and I was literally pulling out her stitch, like, please, I don't want to order more. But I realized it's not going to happen. And I ran to my local needlework shop which was a little bit of chaos because they had a bunch of construction going on around there, and I was like, yikes. So not only did I have to get there before they closed early, but I had to get there around this bunch of construction, get one more skein of floss, and I just have like one length of this sucker left, so I used it down to the wire. Um, maybe like 12, 12 skeins of the swamp water. And then I believe this was, I can't recall because we grabbed this fabric at Craft Gallery. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this. Um, and it was like in a basket of kind of like just discounted fabrics. And I'm like, oh man, what a crazy color. So when I wanted to do this, I was like, oh, I want to have it so it's like got this really fun swirl in the middle. And then I went, oh, you didn't count, you nut. So again, I wanted to finish this one. I didn't want to bring it to Stitchcon and then go, oh, I've only got like 100 stitches to put in it. I was like, no, I want this one done. This one's, she's got to be done. So Scylla Witches, she's knocked off my whip board. And that was the other thing is I kind of felt I got to the point again like, oh no, it's May and I got whip board fatigue, which is usually where I kind of stop all my whip boards. I have not finished a whip go board. I try. It's like New Year's resolution. But I was like, here it is in May, and I didn't finish one of the April calls. But I also did like a bunch of other stuff. I don't have it here because it was given away as a gift. But I have my nephew's birth announcement, which I finished up and gave away to his mom on Mother's Day. But that was one of my projects where I said, like, finish up this project, I'll get this one done. Don't have this sitting around and give it to him years old. Like, that's worth it. So I finished that one up. And then there were some other Whip Go ones that I said, well, this was called as a Whip Go, and now the next month has come, and now I have to put this one away. And I don't want to put this one away because I really on it. And they were, so I just said, well, I'm going to finish it. It's not Whip start and go. It's whip go, or it's really whatever rules you make it. I mean, make it your own. So another finish, not as hot off the presses, but finished this last week. So this is Cottage Garden Samplings. It's seasons and it's October 31st. So I'm working on I worked on this one, and it is the Raven, and it's giving a goth walks into a Cracker Barrel kind of vibes. So that one is finished. And again, I started working on it. I had fun. It had a good vibe. It was really, really cute. So, as you can see, I really like the palette of this pumpkin. It's a gray green with a little bit of like a light off-white color. I think it was C. And then we've got this kind of fun star pattern, which kind of said like it is like a goth walks into a Cracker Barrel vibe. And then you have the gentle art sampler threads are used in the bird, so it's Raven and then Tin Pan or Tin Blue, something like that. I forgot to look that up. The fabric is called Leaf Pile. So it's kind of got this mottled brown purple bit to it. So when I frame it, I want to get it a little bit more so you can show a little bit of that fabric. But yeah, it kind of gave me this thing where it's like it's a spooky stitch, but it's also kind of a homey stitch. So like a goth bird goes to Cracker Barrel. So I think this is a fun piece if you're looking at like Cottage Garden Samplings has like some absolutely amazing designs, but this is a fun one if you just want to hang it up, if you wanted to do like the whole like seasons series that they have. But it's good because it's like a little bit of spooky vibes without having to be like overtly Halloween. Like, you get it. It's a pumpkin, it's a raven, it's he's just chilling. He's he's got a very dapper pumpkin, and he's not so serious. But this one, I started this and I had gotten like most of the raven done, and then most of the pumpkin. Fun fact: I took this one to the Girl Scout mall lock-in. I took my kiddos troop with, and that that was fun because they didn't realize it, and I didn't realize it till the very like last minute that it is a true like lock-in, and half my troop fell asleep, but the other half stayed up. So I basically like chugged 2 Alanis and had this sucker here. And I'm like, we're gonna stitch all night because I can't fall asleep because I have to be responsible for these kids. So I just had to make sure that like even though we were locked in the mall and we were safe and everyone, they had scouts, I was like, I gotta stay awake, so I just gotta keep cross stitching. So plugged away on this, definitely got like most of the crow done that night because I was up for 8 straight hours, and I had tried to get a nap in, but you know how that goes. So this is that finish. Again, I knocked off the silhouettes from the Whipco board, and then that part was the Halloween wild card start. And I had a bunch of Halloween patterns, but I had that one kitted up for a while. I said, we got to get this done. And hopefully, I say this as I'm going to go to Stitchcon B next weekend and be allured with all of the tempting goodies. But I'm like, I have so many like good projects already kitted up, and I just really want to push finishing those up, and I want to save my kind of time and stuff like that for items that I really really enjoy stitching and designers that I really am drawn to. I've had a couple of things where I've bought, just in the past couple over last 12 months or so, and I still have them around, and I kind of pick them up and I go, well, I kind of toss this in my cart, but I don't know how much in love I am with it. Again, this is not me influencing your decision on what to keep and what to destash, but I'm like, why do I keep this? And then when I go through my stuff again, I go like, oh my gosh, I remember this, and I love this designer, and I love this design. And I'm like, this is definitely moving up in the pile of stuff I want to do. And if it's some new something I see, where is it? Is it good enough to go up further in that pile? We'll see. We'll see what happens. You never know. It's Stitchcon. And speaking of Stitchcon, if you come to Stitchcon and you're doing the smalls exchange, you might be the lucky recipient of this another hot off the presses stitch. It's a crabby day without a stitch to cross. And I thought this one was really cute. It's also been sitting in my pile forever. I think I bought this on my first visit to Keepsakes many moons ago when I just was wandering around trying to find a cross stitch, just visiting like, other cross stitch shops in my state. And this is a Sue Hillis design, and it's just super cute. And who doesn't love a pun? And you can enjoy this whether you like crabs in the beach or whether you like crabs to eat, or a crab rangoon if I'm a crab rangoon person. So, and I enjoyed this, and it came with a lot of great colors I didn't have in my stash. So since I had to buy them, now they're in my stash. So a win-win for me. So I'm not showing you what it is wrapped up, so you can't go find it. You just have to be the lucky person who draws it, and I'll see what I get. Just remember, if you're doing a smalls exchange, as always, just be appreciative of what you get from another stitcher. Um, this would be my second one. I got a couple things. I think I still, yeah, back there I have from one of my exchanges from the Witchy Stitcher. So I appreciate that. It's hung up there. It's something fun. It's something that someone made with their hands, and it's just be appreciative of the work that people have done for you for a gift, and part of this stuff is just like giving gifts and sharing our craft with each other. So you might be the one who takes this one home. And maybe there's another one sitting there. Maybe someone else saw this design. It's like, I'll stitch that up too. And so maybe there's another one sitting around there. That's another hot off the presses finish. So like that's about 4 finishes in the last couple months. So kind of proud of myself. let's see what else I can finish. Let's see if I can keep that streak going. I don't think I'm gonna crack out any giant finishes soon, but I am picking out my things that I want to take to Stitchcon. Always exciting. And then again, there's so many other new things that are popping up. Um, Sal's for summer, and stuff for Juneteenth, which is coming up, next weekend. So again, the temptation is there to start something new, but it's also just I really want to get stuff finished that I have. I mean, it's just most of it's going to sit on the shelf and wait to be framed. That's a story for another time. But I've got my picks narrowed down because I am getting back on my Ripco board, so I have a couple picks narrowed down for what I'm going to bring over to Stitchcon. So I've got, oh my goodness, it's all sticking together. We're going to bring Pumpkin Harvest with us. She's easy breezy, 9 colors. Perfect kind of borders, so if I get a chance to chat with people and stitch, I might not miscount. So there's Pumpkin Harvest. I think Pumpkin Harvest is about 30% done. Then I've got the Stitch Crypt pattern from the Harvest Moon Hangout, which I also started as a Whipco, and then this was put away, and it's like, I don't want to put it away. That's what I've got done so far. So I've got the moon, most of the moon, and then I got the branch. For the most part, once we get the branch and the owl, this one's pretty much going to be going along. So that's the Stitch Crypt. Under the Full Moon. It's called Under the Full Moon. I remember where it was from. I remember the designer, but I couldn't remember what it was called. It's called the Owl Pattern. It's an owl pattern. If I had my choice, they would all be owl patterns. I went today and I was like, oh, I want to buy that owl pattern. If there's owl patterns at Stitchcon, watch out. I might just grab them all. I have it in my owl bag. I have my owl t-shirt on. It's Archimedes. I'm fine. I'm not obsessed. And then for my alternative America, I started doing America's Booty. I don't have much done with it. I just kind of have the star, cap star. So I want to maybe think about doing the outline of this. So it's like, it's the outline of the star and the shield, and then we just got the shield. So maybe if I have some time beforehand, what is time? Or maybe some time at Stitchcon to just kind of do the outline of that, and then I could just do some color fill so I can maybe knock that out as well. And then my last one, another thing is you finish a project, empty a bag, and then you put new project in it. It's like a Hydra. There's a piece I bought at Stitchcon last year, which I felt bad because I was going through the patterns and then I found it, and then someone said, did you take the display pattern? Did you buy the last one? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Like, I think I might have grabbed the last one and someone wanted it, and I kind of was like, oops, sorry, but like, I already bought it. Like, it wasn't a thing of like I was in line to buy it. It was bought, and someone was like, "Oh, but I wanted that one." Like, sorry, it's been bought. But ABC. Oh no, WorksbyABC cherry ball. And that's really cute. And again, I had bought the fabric for it. I had bought the threads for it. And it came up on my Whipco call. So I kind of just started that. So that's all I've got on that. So 4 projects, maybe another. Who knows? It's only Sunday. Oh yeah, also while I was at my local needlework shop picking up that extra skein of Floss. I got this, kind of hard to see. Very cute little palette. Thank you, such a beautiful stitcher palette. And I'm gonna need my friend SirChadly and his sticker process, because I had a sticker here that didn't get off all the way. So I need to watch his video again to see how he gets the goo. I mean, it's goo gone, but when he does it, it looks so cool and professional. And speaking of my friends on Twitch, my other thing that I might be considering is maybe streaming on Twitch. Possibly. I know that it not one does it, and my thought was maybe just like a chance for me to maybe sit down and if I could connect and talk about stitching, because I think that's fun, and it's also like I enjoy the idea of like virtual and but then it's like we kind of want to see like the stitching come together. And again, this is just only because I was hanging out with my friends and doing a marathon and going like, I could do that possibly. So I'm considering it. Look at me with my gamer headset and my setup here, my delusions of grandeur. But I'm considering me testing to see about doing just some like come stitch with me on Twitch. If people are interested in that, I've been watching some other folks who are doing it, and it's comforting to watch. And if you get enough people who are just sitting there and craft, it's good to watch. I watched some people finish up a pattern that I had like had on my whip, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I really want to do that pattern now. So a little bit of fun peer pressure. But yeah, so um that's just my quick update for right now. It's not much. I'm really excited to see everyone at weekend B. Everyone who's at weekend A, I hope you guys had a blast. I'm looking forward to it. Good Lord knows I need it. I need to clock out from my job. I made the mistake. I said something. We're having a meeting on Tuesday. I said, oh, we're gonna have this meeting on Tuesday, and then I'm gonna bounce. And I said that to my coworker, and they said, like, you're gonna quit? I said, no, I'm going on vacation. They're like, oh, I thought you said you're gonna like quit after this meeting, like if it goes bad. I'm like, no. Uh, I must support my hobbies, so I gotta, love to cross stitch, forced to work, cycle continues. But um, so I'm excited to see you all at Stitchcon B. I will be printing out my pattern for Stitchers Unite Against AI Slop. So check my shorts and my social. I will let you know what table I'm at, and I'll be handing these out for free. Please take one. I'm super excited to also see the brag table. I think that was my favorite part of Stitchcon last year. So I'm excited to see what people have brought to brag about. So, and also, I'm missing out on the Cross Stitch Society's a Wish Upon a Stitch. They're going to Disneyland, and I really wanted to do that one, but once I saw that the announcement dates were the same weekend I booked StitchCon, I was like, darn it. So everyone, if you're at StitchCon, if you're at Disneyland, if you're chilling at home, hope you're enjoying summer, winter, watching this in the other hemisphere. Relax, keep stitching, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you probably sooner than later because you'll see me posting from StitchCon. Bye, everyone.